Sasa kitakudhalalisha na utaaibika dunia yote nzima, maana unachokifanya kina hatari zake mbili, na sababu ya hiyo kuwa itakuwa kubwa sana. Moja ni kwa sababu
across East Africa, one man's message has set social media ablaze. Apostle NDURA WARUINGE, the outspoken preacher known for blending faith, politics, and prophecy, has delivered what many are calling his most explosive critique yet. In his latest broadcast on Bethel Crowns TV, WARUINGE claims that President Samia's rule as son of Tanzania is not the real problem behind our country's current turmoil. Instead, he described her as a victim, a leader trapped within a web of powerful forces controlling the nation's politics and economy.
Samia na ndugu zake kwenye chama cha CCM nadhani hawakuweza kuelewa vizuri ni nini nilichokuwa nakizungumzia. Maana nilimwambia Samia, unachokifanya sasa, nilifanya video hiyo miezi 4 iliyopita. Nikamwambia Samia, unachokifanya sasa kitakudhalalisha na utaaibika dunia yote nzima, maana unachokifanya kina hatari zake mbili, na sababu ya hiyo kuwa itakuwa kubwa sana. Moja ni kwa sababu wewe ni mwanamke unayetaka kukalia wanaume, na pili, umetekwa nyara na kikundi na genge la CCM ambalo limejificha, kundi la watekaji nyara, kundi ambalo limefanya uporaji, kundi ambalo limefanya corruption kila kitu. Kuna kundi ambalo kiongozi wake ni Jakaya Kikwete na viongozi wa chama wachache ambao ni genge mbaya kuliko chochote duniani, the Mafia, ambao ni wabaya na walikuteka nyara. The same kundi ndilo lilikuwekea walinzi wako, walikuwa na kulinda. Hivyo tatizo Tanzania si Samia Suluhu Hassani. Tatizo ni genge ambalo linaongozwa na Jakaya Mrisho Kikwete na magenge mengine katika top leadership ya chama cha CCM. Chama cha CCM kinaongozwa na majambazi waliopora nchi, walioharibu uchumi. Hao ndio wamekuwa wakiteka watu nyara, sio CCM. Sio CCM kama vile tunavyoielewa. Lakini ndani ya CCM kuna watu wanaoongozwa, yani rais, yani kiongozi wao ni Jakaya Mrisho Kikwete. Ndio walioteka nyara, na ndio walisema Tundu Lissu afungiwe. Ndio waliosema wale watu wote wametekwa nyara, wakatekwa nyara, wanauliwa. Ndio waliomteka nyara Humphrey Polepole. Ndio waliowateka nyara wale watu ambao walijaribu kusema kuwa na usemi tofauti na wa serikali, maana wao ndio watawala wa nchi. Mama Suluhu alikuwa tu ameekelewa pale kama kiongozi, anaambiwa zungumza hivi, sema hivi, lakini mpaka mshauri wake alikuwa wa genge lile, walinzi wake ni wa genge lile, waliomfanyia mikutano ni lile genge la CCM. The problem is not this woman. This woman is a victim of circumstances, victim of a specialized gang of top-notch politicians who control the economy of Tanzania, the politics of Tanzania, and the social fabric of Tanzania.
In his own words, the apostle paints a picture of a hidden system, a group of elites who, he says, have for years manipulated Tanzania's political and social fabric. His tone is urgent, emotional, and spiritual. He tells his audience that what is happening in Tanzania is not merely political. It is divine, a movement that he believes has been ordained by God to bring change, not only in Tanzania, but across the entire East Africa region.
But this is what I want to tell the people of Tanzania. The thing that you have done for the Tanzanian people, or for the Tanzanian nation, it is not for Tanzanian nation. We started the fire with the Kenyans. We prayed for you to continue with the fire. Ni mwenge ambao tuliuanzisha Kenya. Ukaasha moto, ukaaka moto ule. Nyinyi kuupokea ule mwenge na kuendeleza ni kwa sababu uchaguzi wenu ulikuwa karibu. Sisi uchaguzi wa Kenya hauko karibu, lakini jambo kama hilo litafanyika Kenya. Na pia kule Uganda jambo kama hilo litafanyika. Now the reason nimeonelea nizungumuze maneno haya kwa muda huu ni kwamba nasikia kuna fununu ya kwamba Jakaya Mrisho Kikwete amekuja kujificha Kenya. Jensi na watu wote, just do your investigation, find out. We need to smoke them out. Kama mama ametorokea Uganda, watu wa Uganda na nyinyi smoke her out, because dictators must fall. Once we are through with Tanzania, tuende Uganda. After Uganda, we come back to Kenya and we finish the game. So that the whole East Africa can ignite the revival of the coming of the Lord Jesus Christ and taking over. So that any demonic plan and any plan against East African can be thwarted. Angalia saizi rais wa watu wameanza kukimbilia East Africa, maana East Africa ina utajiri mkubwa. Magaidi wamepora East Africa kutoka inchi ambazo ni za nje ugaibuni. Watu ambao wamekuwa wamecontrol, they have been controlling the entire system, they have taken over. Therefore, it is very important and paramount that the army of Tanzania do not stop these people from achieving what is godly. Whatever is happening in Tanzania is godly. It is not something that has just come from anywhere. Ni Mungu amelisababisha lile tendo likafanyika kwa sababu ya matendo yaliyofanywa na rais mwenyewe, lakini ni shinikizo la watu ambao walikuwa wamemteka nyara. Sasa ameweza kuona hawawezi kumsaidia, maana wengi wao wametoroka nchi. Wengi wao wameondoka, wamejificha. They are not even communicating. Angalia wasanii kama Diamond deactivate Twitter. Ametoa kila kitu, chochote ambacho alikuwa ametweet, zote ametoa, maana it has come to a point that nobody can help you. I hope that President William Samoei Ruto, you are watching this. Just watch keenly, because the same thing will happen to you if you don't change. President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, I hear you are also very sick somewhere, sleeping in a bed. This is about to happen to you. Just set Besigye free. Let him go. Let him go. He's an old man. Let him go. And for those authorities that are still in Tanzania, wacha Tundu Lissu atoke. He will be able to contain the situation. Wacha huyo mwingine ambaye mlimshika juzi pia atoke. Humphrey Polepole watoke. Na wale ambao wametekwa nyara pale kule Tanzania, let them be set free so that we can have a freedom.
To understand why this message is making waves, we need to break it down. Apostle Dura's statement touches on the three explosive themes: corruption and hidden control in government, regional unity across East Africa, and number three, a coming spiritual revolution that he says will reshape leadership. Let's start with the first point. His claim that Tanzania's leadership is under the grip of unseen forces. Throughout his critique, Wariuge repeatedly insisted that President Samia's rule is not the mastermind of Tanzania's political troubles. Equals are, quote, a victim of circumstances, surrounded by top political and business elites who dictate decisions from behind the curtain. He urges the Tanzanian people not to see the president as his enemy, but as someone struggling within a system built long before our rise to power. It is a claim that is impossible to independently verify, but it is a message that resonates with many East Africans who have grown frustrated with the entrenched corruption and economic inequality. In the comment sections under his video, some viewers describe the preacher's words as a voice of truth, while others accuse him of oversimplifying complex political realities. From there, the apostle widens his lens. He calls on Ugandans, Kenyans, Burundians, and even Ethiopians to stand together, claiming that the fight for justice in Tanzania is part of greater East African awakening. He reminds his listeners that the boundaries drawn by colonial powers should never divide Africans. In his words, Kenya is the same as Tanzania, Uganda is a brother, Somalia, Rwanda, DRC, we are one body. If one part of the body suffers, the whole body suffers. The message of unity, though framed in very religious language, carries a deep social meaning. It speaks to the frustration of ordinary citizens across the region who feel ignored by elites and disconnected from decisions that shape their daily lives. The third and most powerful part of Wario's message is spiritual. He declares that the current wave of unrest and political change is not a coincidence. He says, God initiated liberation. According to the apostle, this movement cannot be stopped because even those sent to suppress it are, in its words, part of the movement themselves. In equal spiritual parallels, the story of Moses, the fall of Pharaoh, comparing both today's leaders to rulers who resisted divine change until it was too late. For his followers, these words strike a powerful chord. For critics, they raise difficult questions. When does religious zeal inspire hope? And when can it cross into political incitement? Wariuge insists his goal is peace and justice. Yet the passionate tone of his critic has left many divided. Online analysts warn that such messages, if misunderstood, could inflame existing political tensions. Still, the preacher's video continues to rack up views in the hundreds of thousands. Beyond the controversy, this viral critic reflects a larger trend in African public life, the rise of faith leaders stepping into political conversation. From Kenya to Nigeria, from Ghana to South Africa, pastors and prophets have become key voices shaping how people view justice, governance, and morality. For many citizens who no longer trust traditional politicians, the pulpit has become the new platform for truth. But that also comes with the responsibility. Words spoken in passion can influence millions, and religions where faith runs deep. That influence can either heal nations or divide them further. Apostle Dura Warioge's latest critics may be controversial, but it has undeniably captured the attention of the entire region. Whether you see it as a prophecy, politics, or personal opinion, its message raises one unavoidable question. What will it take for East Africa to truly unite, politically, economically, and spiritually? Only time will tell whether this fire spreads as a movement for change or fades as just another viral moment. But for now, one thing is certain: the conversation has begun and the people are listening. This is Stephen, GCNews.